So this video is going to be about motivation. Now everyone talks about motivation, about you can't rely on it, it's fickle, it comes, it goes, it's all true. It's a feeling. But there's a deep sort of motivation that it's hard to ignore, and it's hard to say that it doesn't exist and that it comes and it goes. And I believe the way to find that deep motivation that never goes away is out of desperation. Depression and desperation will motivate you far more than watching this video, for example. Maybe the video will give you some wisdom and some insight into yourself about where you have that desperation and the depression to drive forward. But I think it's being dissatisfied with your current situation is the greatest motivation that you'll ever have. If you're not desperately wanting to improve, if you're not despising the situation that you're in right now, you're not really going to be motivated to try and change it. And that's something that's really kind of hit home with me the last month, or maybe 2 months, I would say, where I've been so dissatisfied with being broke, with having to work a job for somebody else and not being able to train when I want. I have to train on a schedule around work and other commitments. Now, I don't mind going to training for the team. I like that because it is training and you're with the guys and everyone's there. But in terms of the extra work that I want to do, I have to fit that in around my work schedule, and it's something that deeply dissatisfies me. And it's something I've known for a very long time, because during lockdown was probably the happiest I was in terms of working towards my goal of rugby. I was able to wake up and have nothing else to think about but rugby. I could literally wake up and think, what kind of training can I do today? What can I do to elevate towards my goal? How can I make this my number one focus? But right now, because I have to work a job to get money to pay bills, it does something inside me where sometimes I do struggle to sleep. Sometimes I sit on the bus just extremely angry, just sitting there on my own, knowing that I'm having to go to work where I'm not really doing what I want to do. I want to go and train. I want to go practice 100 passes. I want to practice catching high balls. I want to practice picking and going off the back of a scrum. I don't want to go and stand at a hotel, but I have to. But there's the motivation in there, and that desperation, dissatisfaction with my situation got to boiling point around 2 months ago, where I just had to take action. I procrastinated this shit for too long. I was ignoring the fact that I wasn't enjoying my situation, and it made me procrastinate, which is why I say it made me procrastinate. It's ultimately, it's up to me. I'm accountable for that. I did that, so I had to suffer the consequences of procrastinating. So I decided to set up the Confidence Academy, the website. I'll link it in the description, you can check it out, because I want to be able to look after myself and do what I want to do all the time. I don't want to have to add in an extra blocker to me achieving my goals. I want to have that full time. And that motivation to build that business, it comes from a pure place of wanting to help other people, but it also has that benefit of giving me more time to do what I actually want to do. I can spend more time helping other people. I can spend more time working towards my goals. It's all intertwined together. My goals with rugby, the bigger picture for that is to motivate people in the country, to inspire. I've written it up on my wall, I've spoken about it in previous videos. All the YouTube, the business and the rugby, it all comes together to inspire people, to give that sort of awe-inspiring moment. You know, when you watch sports events and these documentaries you see, I think there's that, I don't know if it's Breaking Point or Beyond Breaking Point, something like that, the tennis one, and then you've got that Drive to Survive by Formula One. They're going to be recording one about the Six Nations tournament with the rugby coming up soon. You've got The Last Dance, all these sort of sports documentaries you see where it really inspires you and motivates you to do things. And I remember in 2015, I was very fortunate. I got to go watch 2 matches in the Rugby World Cup down in Newcastle. And from that moment, I knew that I wanted to win the World Cup. And that was inspired from watching that. I want to achieve that greatness. And it comes all down, the motivation all comes down to dissatisfaction about my situation. You have to get angry at not having what you want, not being what you want to be. Everyone's going to tell you not to be angry, be stoic. This doesn't have to be a projected anger on other people. You use the anger in a directional way, directional anger towards your goal. And all your training that you do and all your work that you do it aggressively. You do it with purpose, with vigour. You do it so hard that it's almost like it's the last time you're going to do it. And that all comes from being so desperately dissatisfied with your situation. That for me is the key to that long-serving motivation that never goes away. You have to be pissed off that you're not what you want to be, that you're not achieving what you want to achieve. That never goes away. I've been writing about it, thinking about it, talking about it to people, about that anger that I've got with where I am just now, how pissed off I am that I'm broke, how pissed off I am that I need to go to a job, that I don't have the time that I want to spend on my goals. I'm using every free second. I want more. I don't enjoy where I am at the moment. I've literally had nights the last week where I'm lying in bed knowing that I've got to go to work tomorrow, just struggling to sleep. I guess you could call it depression, but I don't really like to call it that. I just say it's dissatisfaction with my current situation. And I'm taking action on it. I'm aggressively trying to make it work, constantly, every day. A lot of times I would even for example this morning, I've worked the last 3 days, so I'm absolutely shattered, but I had a training session to do, I've got work to do today on the business, on the YouTube, and I woke up and I sat for an hour before I went out and training. But over the last 2-3 weeks, the dissatisfaction and the anger has been more and more just bubbling up, and when I wake up I feel it. I go, I brush my teeth, I make a coffee, and I come sit down here and I start doing my work straight away. Within 10 minutes I'm working, and I'll work until I need to eat, and then I eat, and then I work again, and I keep working, and then I go to training and I work as hard as I can. I grit my teeth, I grunt, I moan, I struggle, then I go home and I eat, I go to the sauna, recover, and I'm still angry. It just goes away for a moment of the day. Once I've done everything, I'll go to sleep, if I can. And then I'll wake up and it's back. Just rage, dissatisfaction, anger, depression. I hate where I am right now. I need more, I want more. And I'm willing to do the work for it. And I am doing the work for it. You need to have that in your psyche. You don't like where you are just now, you want to be rich and famous, whatever you want to do, you want to be extremely successful in your job. Be pissed off where you are now. You're not there yet. Why are you not angry about it? Maybe you don't care enough. Care more. Think about what it'll do for your family. Do you want to retire your parents? I know I do, but that's got a time scale on it. They're going to get to retirement age, and if I've not reached my goal before then, I won't get to retire my parents. I want to give back to them what they've given to me. They've made so many sacrifices, driving me all over the country, paying for shit, taking me on holidays, buying shit I need for whatever, supporting me. But it's my time to take responsibility. And I'm pissed off where I am now because I can't give back to them yet. This is where motivation comes from. And I'm telling you, it is not going away. Even when I achieve it, I want to do more. I know I will. You've just got to reflect. think about where you are now. Think about how much more you could be, because you could always be more. Always. There's not a single time in your life where you'll sit down achieving whatever and not think that you can be more. There's always more to strive for. So how can you not take action? Stop procrastinating and get pissed off with what you're doing now. Get pissed off that you're being lazy, that you're eating junk food, that you're not in shape, that you're not making enough money, that you're not working towards your goals as hard as you could be. I promise you that motivation is going to fuck you up. The only way to get rid of that anger and that discontent is to do work. And work hard. Work harder than you ever fucking worked before. And you'll be fucking tired. That's why you need to eat the right things. That's why you need to sleep properly. Stretch. Do everything you can to recover. Because your life is all about work. That's all you should be thinking about, is the next task. The next thing you can do towards your goals. How can you get out of this situation? What can I do? There must be something to do. You have to work. You don't have any other option. Otherwise you'll stay the same for the rest of your life. And that pain of regret is going to fuck you up more than the anger of where you are now. So start being pissed off that you're not what you want to be. And that motivation will serve you for a lifetime. I promise you. And that might sound strange coming from a 21-year-old man. But since I was 14 I've been in the gym. And being pissed off that I'm not big enough. And being pissed off that I'm not strong enough. It's just now that I'm starting to get into that mindset and using that for my financial situation. I don't want to have to work to have money to pay the rent, pay the bills, buy food. That's small things. I don't want to have to look at my bank account when I go to the shop. I've been using anger to motivate me since I was 14. And you've seen my physique before. It's worked. Now I just need to use that for money, and that's what I'm doing. I'll see you guys in the next video.